Hello there, and welcome to another day of Life on Promise Ranch. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining with me. Today, I wanted to share a thought with you, something that I spoke on a while back, actually a few years ago, and it really impacted my life. The entire series impacted my life. So I wanted to share a little piece of that series with you. And one of the quotes that I used in this series is this: as long as I see what has come to pass in my life as unfair, I will always be a prisoner of what might have been. As long as I see what has come to pass in my life as unfair, I will always be a prisoner of what might have been. There's something about crying unfair that keeps us stuck in what hurts. You know, because we can't deny that there are things in life that absolutely hurt. There are seasons in life that absolutely hurt. We can't deny the pain. We can't deny the experiences. We can't deny the loss or the pain of the loss. But what we can't do, or what we can't afford to do, is heighten that hurt and increase the pain of that hurt and the agony of that hurt by labeling it unfair. Because here's what happens. The moment we label something as unfair, at that very moment, we begin what I call the tainting process. The tainting process. In other words, at that very moment, we begin to change the lenses of our perspective, and we begin to change it. The decision to put that label on it, the decision to label something as unfair, it changes our perspective immediately, and it begins to warp our perception and our perspective of an event or a season or a situation or an event. And your view will remain tainted. This is the important thing, is it will remain tainted and it will remain warped until you change it. I just wanted to drop that thought in your spirit today, that we have to recognize when we've done this. We have to recognize when we've labeled something as unfair so we can change that. Because we can never be a victor if we are living life as a victim. And I don't think any of us on purpose, I don't think we purposefully do that. I don't think we wake up one morning and go, hey, you know what I think would be neat? I think I'll be a victim today and for the rest of my life. I don't think we do that on purpose. But if we can learn to recognize those little cues, those little triggers, those subtle things that the enemy has allowed into our life and caused us to do, just a little change in perspective. And I would like to come back and do part 2. I don't like to make these things too long, but I just want you, for today, I want you to try to recognize some things that you've labeled as unfair. Just think back, maybe make a list. Things that I have labeled as unfair. And we're going to come back to it. We're absolutely going to come back to it. But I'm going to leave you with this scripture. Romans 8:37 says, nay. No. In all things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. So I want to leave you with a thought while we're doing our homework and we're getting our list together of things that we have labeled unfair as unfair. I just want you to remember that you are more than a conqueror, more than a conqueror through him that loved us. You're a conqueror. You're actually more than a conqueror, and so am I. So we're going to live like one. And I'm going to be back with part 2 of I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. Until then, keep smiling and remember that you are blessed. I love you. Let me hear from you. God bless.